I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvati Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, all of you. And welcome back to the Paramashivoham program. After the powerful darshan with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we're going to continue to imbibe the powerful cognitions that he has revealed. We're going to have a number of sessions, powerful exercises, power manifestation, jnana segments where we are going to deeply imbibe the cosmic truths. And after this beautiful power manifestation, we are now going to get ready to enter into a kriya, that is a technique that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has developed. The 108 Nidya Kriyas are designed to address the most common and problematic diseases, ailments, misalignments of the energetic structure that we humans experience. So the most common ailments that we experience, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has directly addressed through these Nidya Kriyas. The Kriya we are going to experience today is the care for vertigo. So vertigo is when you experience dizziness, drowsiness, and maybe disorientation as well. So that is actually quite common, especially in female bodies when they have a low blood pressure. It's very common that the dizziness is experienced, but there's various different reasons that could trigger the vertigo. Beautiful about the Nitya Kriyas is that irrespective of what is the cause for the ailment, it can be addressed through the Kriyas, because the Kriyas work not only on the physical body, they'll work on the energetic system, on the nadis, and each Kriya includes the component of Kundalini awakening. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself has infused each of the Kriyas with the superconscious energy, which directly activates the parts of the body which correlate with curing or taking care of these ailments.
Yes, and even if you do not have or do not have this vertigo or symptoms of vertigo, you can still participate in this, because each Kriya is designed to awaken the Kundalini Shakti and also ensure that the nadis, the circuits, are realigned, so that the possibility of this happening in the future is also nulled. So even if you don't have any symptoms, or if you don't have the disorder as such, go through the complete process. It'll be a beautiful awakening of the Kundalini Shakti with the guidance and support of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and you will feel energized, revitalized, and your whole body will be vibrating with that Kundalini Shakti towards the end of this Kriya. So simply follow the instructions. The instructions are very simple, and it'll be a guided process. So all you need to do is just simply relax and go through the process as it is being given, and experience the ultimate awakening.
Yes, we recommend you have your yoga mat ready, because the kriyas generally include yoga asanas, the physical postures, pranayama, and various other components. So make sure you have your yoga mat ready, have enough space. And if there's any of the components you're not able to fully perform, don't worry, just do to the best of your ability. Don't push yourself too hard. It is a process. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as you said, will infuse the Kundalini Shakti, so you can experience a breakthrough in that dimension as well. So with this, let us all settle down and get ready as we enter into this Kriya care for vertigo problems.
Let us start the Nitya Kriya for cure for vertigo problem. First, Koraka Jali Asanam. Koraka Jali Asanam. Please understand. The father of Hatha Yoga, Goraknatha, in his name this asana is said. Yes. Usually he always sits only in this posture. Actually, I am making a murti of Goraknatha, Dattatreya, Vaschendranatha, all of them, to be placed in our ashram all over the campus. This is the posture. Be seated in a squatting position. Insert the hands in between the thighs and the calf muscles. Interlock the fingers. Rest the palm on the navel. Fix the gaze at the tip of the nose for 30 seconds. in this posture, Prakriti Kumbhaka. Let me give the instruction for Prakriti Kumbhaka. As you chant the Bija Mantra, Va, loudly suck the air in through nostrils and mouth. Then when you are full, hold as long as you can. Then slowly exhale normally. Stop blinking the eyes. Concentrate on your nose as strongly as you can. Tip of the nose for 2 minutes. Next step, change the asana. Kanipava asana. Rest the hands on the ground with comfortable distance between them. Bend the elbows. Raise the legs off the ground. Let the knees touch the respective elbows. Balance the whole body. 30 seconds. Now, in this posture, Gada Kumbhaka. Gada Kumbhaka is inhale through both the nostrils, hold the breath, exhale through right nostril. Please understand, inhale through both, hold the breath and exhale through right. Next step. Is Vamavarta Chakrakumbhaka. Let me give you the instruction, please understand. Inhale through left, hold as long as you can judiciously, exhale through right, again inhale through left, and stop and relax. The whole pranayama gets completed with the 4 action. Inhaling left, holding, exhaling through right, and again inhaling through left. Then you can relax. Do this 21 times with this 4 action. Dakshinavarta Kumbhaka. Now please understand. Inhale through right nostril, hold as long as you can judiciously, exhale through left nostril. Inhale through right, hold and exhale through left. Repeat 21 times. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Yes, you can slowly relax. You can slowly relax and come back. This is a very powerful Kriya, awakens the Kundalini Shakti. Just quickly share with us how the process was for you. What was your experience going through the Kriya process? Quickly share with us before we enter into the next session.
Yes, and if you suffer from severe vertigo problem, you can perform this Kriya for 21 days. So you can just do the Kriya once a day for 21 days. This will really stabilize your Nadi structure. So the energy channels will be realigned and the energy will be infused so that they will be stable in this balanced position. This will alleviate the experience that you have from vertigo and will establish yourself in that stable space where this problem will simply not be there.
Yes, and the more that you practice, the more you will become comfortable. Even if you felt that one of the steps was a little difficult for you, or it's a little too much for you, the more that you practice, you will feel actually your body will start aligning to it. So just get into it, and you will see that the process actually empowers you with beautiful Kundalini awakening. And not only this, Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given us 108 such kriyas for addressing so many physical and psychological ailments and disorders in our body. So, and each one of them is specifically designed to awaken the Kundalini Shakti and push that Shakti towards a certain energy circuit in our body, and that addresses a very specific disorder. But at the same time, when the Kundalini Shakti gets awakened, the entire body gets energized. So doing this practically will energize your whole body for the whole day, and you'll feel revitalized. So do not miss any opportunity. And as we just said, 21 days will be a game changer for you. You'll actually feel the difference in how your body responds to any of the disorder that you may be having.
Yes, so we all hope that you participated sincerely in this Kriya and you got an experience. You energized your system. And with this, we are going to move on to the next segment. As today, the topic is enlightened conflict management, how we can live enlightened relationships in our life. We are going to now move to a very important topic, and that is true love. What is true love? How do we experience true love? And how does true love manifest in our life? So we request everyone to settle down and be receptive, be in a space of pure listening, as Swamiji is revealing the divine truths on true love.
Bhagavan starts Etvamaksharamanirudesham Avyaktam Paryupasade Sarvatra Kamachintya Kodastam Achalam Dhruvam Sanniyam Yendriyagramam Sarvatra Samabuddhaya Te Prapnamandi Mameva Sarvabhuta Hideradaha. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, the non-moving and permanent, achala, dhruva, by restraining the multitude of senses, worship me, they all, working for the benefit of the mankind, attain me. See here, Krishna is not making two groups. Arjuna is making two groups who are established and who are radiating. Here, Krishna says both are one and the same. He is not making two groups who are established and who are radiating. He says the person who is established will always radiate. The person who radiates will always be established. As I was telling you, it is a virtuous circle. It is a virtuous circle. Radha, she starts saying, Gopikas, I don't know what happened. I am seeing Krishna in everybody. I feel everybody is Krishna. I don't know what is happening to me. Then one Gopika says, you have the bhakti as anjana in your eyes. It's like if you wear the black cooling glass, you will see the whole thing. It's dark. If you wear green cooling glass, you will see the whole thing with a green shade. Same way, when you have the bhakti anjana in your eyes, if you have the bhakti in your eyes, whomsoever you see as Krishna, you see as divine. Here, Krishna says, the person who is established in that super consciousness and the person who radiates devotion, both are one and the same. There is no two different group. Mayyeva mana adasva, mayye buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyati mayyeva, adabhurtvam na samsayaha. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Divine, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. Na samsayaha. Now he comes to the technique. At some one point, the virtual circle has to be started. The beginning has to happen at some point. First he explains about the virtuous circle. Then now he comes to the technique. Please understand, love is not a mood. It is your very existence. As long as it is your mood, it will come and go. There are two kinds of love. Horizontal love and vertical love. Let me explain the horizontal love and vertical love. Horizontal love is just like horizontal line, flat. It is related to time. It will start and end. Please be very clear. Anything which starts has to end. If it takes little more time to end, don't think it is permanent. Don't think it is permanent. Anything which starts has to end. It may take a few years or few months, that's all. But it ends. This is horizontal love. Horizontal love is related to time. Vertical love is related to consciousness. It neither starts nor ends. It doesn't discriminate. It's your very quality. If you discriminate and love, please be very clear, it cannot be called as love. It is just infatuation. As long as the other person fits in your frame, all your love will go. The moment the other person doesn't fit in your frame, your love will disappear. In our meditation camp, the first session, the first practice which I make people do is, tell me honestly, or make a list, honestly, how many of you really love at least one or two persons in your life? And usually in the beginning, people will come up with a big list. Husband, wife, father, mother, brother, sister, one by one. When I start talking, people will cross. No, then it is not love. No, then it is not love. But people always come and get stuck when it comes to the son or daughter. When I say all your love is for some reason, three reasons, either economical benefit or psychological support, that you have somebody as your family or as your community, as your group. At the time of risk, they may support you. When it is needed, they may be behind you. Psychological support. Third thing, good certificate. Sometimes we do share love, we do show love, we may not have any economical benefit or the psychological support, but expecting a good certificate. Good certificate. Attention. Some need will be there. People tell me, Swamiji, no, I don't love my son or daughter with any of these three things. I ask them, all right. If suddenly your son starts doing things on his own, he starts deciding on his own, if it doesn't fit with your prayer, if it doesn't follow your words, if it doesn't live according to you, will that love be saved? Inquire honestly. Naturally, people start saying, no, it will not be. It will come down. Means what? We love our next generation as long as they are extension of our life. We fulfill our desires through them. We fulfill our life through them. Whatever we can't, we try to fulfill through them. As long as they act, they live as an extension of your life. Relationship is really beautiful. But the moment they start deciding on their own, the moment they feel that you are suffocating them, and they stand up and say no, whole thing takes a different turn. But for kids, they feel they are man or women only when they say no to parents. It's a basic instinct. Only when you say no, you feel you are individual. They don't bother what you say. All they know is flat one word, no. Flat one word, no. They do not know anything else. They feel strong when they say no. That is why all over the world, the youngsters, they always rebel. Whether it is developed countries or Eastern countries, all over the world, in all culture, youth, the youngsters always say no. Because when they say no, they feel that they are very strong. No gives certain kind of strength. But your love is dependent only on yes. As long as you receive yes, your love also yes. When you get a no, you start saying the same no. It is horizontal love. That's the reason. It ends with some reason. Vertical love never ends because it never starts. Suddenly at some point, you realize, just like this body, how you live inside this body, same way you are living inside every body. Inside every body. There's a beautiful example given in Upanishad. A master asks a disciple, do you enjoy all your five senses? Disciple said, yes. Suppose if one sense is missing, will you have the same amount of joy? He says, no, 20% less. If two senses are missing, 40% less. If suddenly you have five more senses, he said, naturally 100% extra. He said, if you are given one more body, naturally I will enjoy twice. Or if you are given 5 bodies, naturally I will enjoy 5 times more. If you experience, you are living in all the bodies, what will be the joy and ecstasy? immeasurable, eternal, ultimate. That is the same thing which enlightened people experience. They experience the same thing. When they experience their fill in the whole universe, they are in every body. They experience the tremendous ecstasy, the tremendous pleasure or bliss. That is why they don't need anything from the outer world. They don't need anything from outer world. One elderly person, he came to our program. After that, he came near me and asked me, with a lot of sympathy expressed, in such a young age, you became a Swami. With a lot of sympathy that I missed life. With a lot of compassion, he was expressing his compassion with a feeling that I missed. I told him, don't be sympathetic towards me. Actually, I should be sympathetic towards you. Even after 60 years, you are not able to liberate yourself. Even after 60 years, you are suffering in the samsara. Don't be sympathetic towards me. I should be sympathetic towards you. When you experience that ecstasy and bliss inside you, you don't feel you are missing anything from the outside. You don't feel you need something. Real renunciation is not you renouncing the world renouncing you. When you have the joy and ecstasy, bliss in you, automatically you will radiate that within you. You will never feel you are missing something. You will lost something. I always tell people, never renounce unless you have the ecstasy inside. Never renounce. Work only for the ecstasy. When that happens, automatically the renunciation will happen to you. You don't have to renounce. Automatically it will happen. Be very clear. If you renounce the outer world without having the inner world, you will fall in depression. I have seen so many sannyasis who take this life, who have not achieved the inner experience, who are caught in the social service, fall in depression. Around the age of 40 to 45, simply they fall in depression. They give counseling for the whole world, but they will be in depression. So many monks, they fall in depression. Never renounce unless you have a solid experience inside. When you have the experience, you don't have to renounce. Automatically renunciation will happen. All these things will drop you. Instead of you dropping, they will drop you. You dropping will always have a problem. They dropping you is the right thing. When you have the joy in you, when you start experiencing the joy in you, nothing needs to be announced. Automatically, things will happen. Here Krishna gives technique to start the virtuous circle. Let you fix your mind on me. Let you establish your intelligence in me. In this way, after acquiring that boundaryless consciousness, you will live in me always. How to establish our intelligence on him? Continuously try to put all these ideas and thoughts inside you. Ramakrishna says, what you eat, same way only you will belch. Same smell only will come out when you belch. If you eat some kind of vegetable or fruit, when you belch, only that smell will come. Same way, if you add these ideas continuously into your mind, into your consciousness, naturally it will start radiating. It will start shining through your being. Let your intelligence be established in his being. Means, when you are in some trouble, automatically the solution should come from you. based on these ideas. As on now, we run and refer the book. It means you are having Guru only in the outer world. If you again and again digest all these ideas, even when you don't have trouble, try to put these ideas inside you. Only then they will go and sit. When you have trouble, they will start guiding you. When you have trouble, if you read, you will not be able to digest them, because already your mind is in confusion. How can you receive them? How can you digest them? It can never happen. When your mind is in normal state, let receiving these ideas inside your mind become a regular habit. Let it become a just normal lifestyle. How you eat every day, how you take bath every day. Same day, let you eat these ideas in you beautifully. Shankara writes commentary on this Sutra, Agara Suddhi. Agara Suddhayo Smriti Suddhi. When your Agara is purified, your memory is purified. Please be very clear. Ahara does not mean just the food which you take. It means whatever you take through all these five senses. The TV programs which you are watching is ahara. Music which you are listening is ahara. Food which you are eating is ahara. Smell which you are smelling is ahara. The touch which you are enjoying is ahara. Means all these five should be pure. Only then you can radiate the purity. You can radiate bliss. You can radiate ecstasy. You can radiate divine intelligence. Understand? Unless you purify agaras, which goes through other senses also, you cannot expect the purification of your memory, especially these TV shows. I really feel blessed. I am born and brought up in a village where there was no TV in those days. People ask me, Swamiji, how do you pick up things easily? Of course, somehow I pick up things very easily, very quickly. One small fact, it's a truth. Just 2 years ago, I started speaking English. All I studied is only in my mother tongue. I studied a little bit, that also in mother tongue. I started speaking English and I started coming to America. Means 2 years ago, 2003 August. They asked me, how do you pick up? And I continuously read. How do you read so many pages, so many books? It's just because I never used to watch TV. TV straight away destroys your consciousness. Please understand. Not only your eyes, straight away it destroys your consciousness. Let me tell you an important thing. Understand this example. You are traveling in a vehicle. If you are going 40 miles per hour, you can see whatever is there in the road, boarding or a signboard, whatever is there in the road, you can see very clearly. If you are going 100 miles per hour, can you see? You can't. You can't see them clearly. The reason is more number of frames per second is coming in front of your eyes. More number of frames per second is coming in front of your eyes. That is why you can't see. You can't understand what it is. Normally, your eyes can receive, analyze, process and file as long as the informations are given to you 6 frames per second. 6 frames per second if it changes in front of your eyes. Your eyes can take that message, analyze it, categorize it and put it in your consciousness. Put it in your memory. But if it is more than 6 frames per second, your logic will lose its balance. TV is at least 16 frames per second. Straight away the information is forced on you. Please be very clear. It's like you have a security watchman outside your house. Thief comes and pushes the watchman aside, kills him. Straight away walks into your bedroom. Same thing is happening when you watch movie, when you watch TV and movies. Logic is your watchman. He is standing. Logic stands, whatever information comes to you, it analyzes and it says this is truth, this is lie, this is a toy, this is a real man, this is a just fake, this is doll. The informations are analyzed and recorded. When you watch movie, when 16 frames per second is flowing, when the information is forced on you, infused on you, your logic loses its ability to analyze. And straight away the information reaches your unconsciousness. Straight away your unconscious is exploited. Straight away the information penetrates you. It's like a robber straight away walking into your bedroom, killing the watchman. One more thing. Because the information reaches you straight away, you lose the logical analyzing capacity and emotional balance. That is why you know for sure that actor is still alive. You know for sure that actress is also alive. But when you see in the movie that he is murdered or killed, automatically you start weeping. Tears are rolling. You know for sure that is not happening there. That is not true. But when they laugh, you laugh. When they cry, you cry. According to that scenes, your mood also changes. If you see a depressing scene, you fall in depression. Why? You are an educated person. You know it's a drama. You know the person is alive. You must have seen the actor just few days ago in person. But when you see that movie, you experience it. Why? Because the logic which analyzes between the truth and the lie is put to rest or pushed aside, and information is straight away flooded into your system. Straight away it goes into your unconsciousness. So be very clear. Never watch any program which creates depression and or misery in you. Depression or misery in you. Of course, if you watch some program which gives joy, which makes you laugh, that doesn't hurt your consciousness directly. You may at the most waste little time or eat little bit at the time of watching movie. Only a little bit of obesity problem is there. Otherwise, no other problem. The survey says more than 80% of the people eat when they watch TV and face the weight problem. You may have only little weight problem, nothing much, but never watch anything which creates depression or low mood in you, especially horror movies. Please be very clear. Let me answer one important question. Is there anything called devil or spirit, Swamiji? This is a usual question I face. Let me tell you very clearly, there is no such thing as devil. No such thing as demon. No such thing as spirit. Be very clear. You may have 1000 references. Now I know your minds are just collecting all the references. What all the movies you saw, what all the shows you saw, what all the books you read. Your mind is collecting all the references. Please be very clear. Once your unconscious starts believing there is a spirit, you project it and see. Whatever your unconscious believes, you project that and see. Now, especially after a lot of research is done on the hypnotism, they are coming up with a great truths. If a person is hypnotized and if fire is put in his hand and the hypnotist gives an instruction, you are holding a flower in your hand. You are having rose flower in your hand. Not only the hand never gets burned, after the fire is removed, the hand smells like a rose. Hands smell like a rose. Hypnotism has got so much of power. Means the unconsciousness has got so much of power. You are unconsciously hypnotized and taught something like ghost exists. And you project and see. When you see some experience, then it becomes a solid faith. Vicious circle. You are caught in the vicious circle. One more thing. Just watch some horror movie continuously for 3 days. You will see ghost. Even your screen moving will look like a ghost. Even if your wife walks inside your room. For that you don't have to see horror movie. Anyhow, you will always feel disturbed and you will always be in the consciousness. And whatever happens around you, you will connect with it. And exactly after seeing horror movie only, you will feel like having little water. You will walk up to kitchen. Suddenly there will be a cat jumping exactly on you. And now the whole scene is completed. Now you know for sure the ghost exists. Be very clear. It is purely your unconsciousness. Because you start believing it, you start projecting it. Once you start projecting it, your faith is strengthened. It's a vicious circle in which you are caught. One more thing. Ghosts as such don't have physical body. See, you are having 3 level bodies. Physical, subtle and causal. Even if they exist, they don't have physical body. Of course, first of all, they don't exist. But for argument's sake, if I collect all your arguments and if I have to argue, if we accept they do exist, they exist only in the subtle body or causal body. They don't have physical body. No ghost comes to you with physical body except your spouse. No ghost comes to you with a physical body. It means they have only 66% of capacity which you are having. You are having 3 body, 100%. They have only maximum 2 body, only 66%. It means they are less powerful than you. They are less powerful than you. Even if they exist, you don't have to be afraid of them. Understand logically, even if they exist, you don't have to be afraid of them. They are lower level jivas. They are lower level entities. First thing, they don't exist. Even for argument's sake, if you have to argue, they are lower level entities. You don't have to be afraid of them. So be very clear. All this talking to the ghost, media, or medium, talking to your some relatives who are dead, all these things are pure stories. One story is built on the other story. Next story is built on the third story. Pure story. Nothing but pure story. Small story. One lady goes to a medium to talk to her husband who recently passed away. Slowly that man waves, starts mumbling few words, then starts talking. Oh honey, I am here, ask whatever you want. Then she asks, please tell me who all have to give money for us. Where all you put your money? Please tell me. He tells, the milkman has to give 35,000 to you, to us. And I have deposited 2 lakh money in this bank. Please take it. And opposite house person, he has to give 1.5 lakh to us. All this account goes on. Suddenly, the husband says, honey, I want to tell you one more thing. I have to give 10 lakh to such and such a friend. Please return that. Suddenly she says, it doesn't look like my husband's voice. It doesn't look like my husband's voice. Is there anybody else? Be very clear. Only as long as it supports you, all these ideas are okay. So don't believe all this media, or medium and all these things. And don't waste your time in all this talking with the people who are dead. We have no time to talk to the people who are alive. Why to waste the time in talking with the people who are dead? And people who are directly related to our business, our life. Let us talk to them first. Let us work with them first. Why to waste our time with them? Never allow any of these horrible things or things which create suffering into your consciousness. If you don't allow all these things into your consciousness, automatically your intelligence will be established in divine. Thoughts which you take inside is going to play a major role on this one concept of what Krishna says, establishing your intelligence on me. Please understand, whatever you intake, your ahara, you will establish your mind only on that. So let your ahara be purified. Let ahara suddhi happen to you. Automatically, your consciousness will be established in divine. Again and again and again, try to put these ideas inside you. These ideas, let them penetrate you instead of the ideas which depresses you, which makes you feel low energy and which depresses you, which puts you into depression. For example, for last 11 days, you are all listening to these ideas. By now, you know, when some problem comes, automatically you will remember, Swamiji said this. I heard this idea. This is what I have to understand now. Automatically this will start coming up from your being. If it starts coming up, you have heard. Otherwise, you are a silent listener. Silent listener is a person who is sitting and seriously thinking of something else. Who is sitting and seriously thinking of something else. If you are a silent listener, or if you are really heard, can be decided by how much these words repeat in you. I always tell people, when a word comes from enlightened consciousness, it simply penetrates you and automatically it comes in your mind whenever you need the help. People ask me, Swamiji, how to remember all these ideas and practice? I tell them, never bother about remembering. Just hear, that's enough. Just listen, that's enough. These words are from my experience. So naturally they will penetrate your being. Whenever it is necessary, you don't have to remember these words. These words will remember you. You don't have to remember them. The words will remember you. Automatically they will come up. Automatically they will erupt in your consciousness like a pop-up. How the pop-ups, they come in the computer. Same way, automatically they will come up in your consciousness and they will guide you. You don't need to do anything. all you need to do is just listen. Means put them into your being. Again and again and again. Try to listen these words. Naturally, your consciousness will be established in divine. Adaschittam samadadum nasaknoshi mayisthiram abhyasa yogena tado mamichaptum dhananjaya. Here he says about abhyasa yoga. Why he speaks about abhyasa yoga? Because yesterday, in Visuddha Darshana Yoga, Krishna gave one glimpse of universal consciousness experience to Arjuna. But Arjuna is not able to stay there permanently. Out of fear or out of the old engrams, samskaras, he came out. He slipped from the consciousness. Now he speaks about Abhyasa Yoga. How to establish yourself in that same consciousness. That's why he speaks about Abhyasa. Oh Arjuna, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of bhakti. In this way, you will, through this Abhyasa, you will be established in me. Here he gives a solid path or a solid solution to solve your whole life, to establish yourself in that consciousness. Continuously, again and again, with a regular life, receiving these ideas and digesting these ideas in your consciousness. Let your inner space be filled with these ideas. Let you not waste even few moments. Let your whole inner space be filled with these great thoughts. That is the way to establish yourself in that consciousness. Krishna gives some more tips for establishing yourself in that consciousness and radiating bhakti. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda.
Yes. Profound truths and revelations that we heard from Swamiji about relationship with ourselves and how we can have blissful relationship with others. What are the principles that govern relationships and how we can align to that experience of oneness with others. And when we have that, not only do we create blissful relationships, even our own relationship with ourselves and with Paramashiva, that completely transforms and enters into the space of oneness. Now, when we have blissful relations, what can happen is whatever you may be doing, whether it is in the family or at the workplace, whatever you do, that actually completely expands into exactly what you want to do. When you want to achieve a certain goal or something that you have set out for yourself as a team or as a family or just for yourself, how with accordance with blissful relationship with others that can be achieved is truly the essence of collective responsibility. Now, when we listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism address questions about collective responsibility, how the collective consciousness is something that vibrates through the oneness experience that we have with each person that we work with, that we relate with on a daily basis. The more and more the questions that get asked and the more answers that we receive from Swamiji, the not only the doubts get cleared, more and more clarity happens inside us. Even any part of us that has questions or that has these doubts, that gets subdued and then addressed rather, and then our clarity begins to show. And our confidence in that cognition strengthens, and that becomes the base for the framework for our life decisions. So let us now enter into a very powerful question and answer session to close the day with Swamiji, where Swamiji talks about collective consciousness, how the whole collective consciousness operates, and how that we can enter into that space and how it can actually work for us. Let us now sit back and come back to this space of listening and listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
According to science, vacuum is absence of matter, but according to you, vacuum as energy. Matter is manifestation of energy. How will you define vacuum then? Please understand, now the science has changed its view. Now they are coming up with a clear-cut idea. No such thing as vacuum can be created. Even in the space in which you say vacuum, the ether is the present. The ether is the grass form of energy. And they are very clear now, ether is also a form of matter. It can be measured and handled. So, first thing, now the science has evolved so much that it could catch up with the spirituality. It could understand the spiritual truths. And they have started understanding vacuum is not absence of matter. It is absence of certain parts of matter, not completely all matter. You have 5 elements. Vacuum is absence of 4 elements. That's all. It is not the absence of matter. So, science has changed its opinion. And this itself has answered my question. The question. So, my stand is accepted by the science, where lately they are coming up with their clear concepts also to work on the ether, how to use the ether, and all those things. Thousands of years ago, the Eastern rishis have developed Vastu Shastra to use the power of ether. All our Vastu Shastra means the technique of building homes and houses are all based on this science of ether. So now they are working to how to use the power of ether. So the next question is very clearly answered in this itself. According to me and according to science, vacuum is energy, and vacuum is not absence of matter. And I define, according to me, vacuum is not something special from total. Total and vacuum are one and the same. if non-living things like rocks have intelligence, is there any difference in the intelligence between human beings, animals, and non-living things? Please explain. One difference. Human being has got the conscious choice. He can decide whether to live with that intelligence or not. The animals and non-living things don't have that choice. They are intelligent by nature. With human beings, you have a choice to be a fool. That's the only difference. Nature, by nature, intelligent. Human beings have got a choice. You can be intelligent or you can be a fool. Except this choice, except this difference, there is no other difference. Their nature is intelligent by nature always. Human beings are intelligent by mistake. Sometimes, unfortunately, they act intelligently without knowing. Except that there is no other difference. I understand that as you go deeper into the 7 bodies, the distance becomes less. How do you move down in levels of bodies and stay there so you can truly experience collective consciousness? It's just as simple as 1, 2, 3. Just very simple as 1, 2, 3. 1, after the lecture, go to the volunteer. 2, register for NSP. 3, be here tomorrow morning. Just 1, 2, 3. As simple as 1, 2, 3. You can experience and stay there. It is said that an individual has control over their mind. Does that mean an outside mind can still influence an individual's mind and thought process? How do we control it so as to prevent anger or depression? This refers to the first truth that you stated. Thank you. Nice question. It is said that an individual has control over their mind. And can I know who is that individual who put this question? It is said that, can you control your mind? This is the same reply from everyone it will be. If I ask anyone, it will be the same reply. Then how can we believe this first statement? It is said that an individual has control over their mind. This is only said, not practiced. Be very clear, it is only said, not experienced. So that statement is wrong. The next thing, does that mean an outside mind can still influence an individual's mind and thought process? Yes. Are you married? You are. Simply by them, now you know your husband can influence your thought process. And you see, one small thing, not only by giving orders, even without giving orders, he can influence. For example, you wanted to come to meditation. I'm not saying particularly about you. Your husband may be here, I don't know. For somebody, you want to come to meditation. He never says openly no, but he just keeps his face, long face. He can influence your meditation here. When you are sitting here, his long face, you will be meditating on his long face. You will be continuously remembering his long face. They are very energy. And one more thing you should understand. For example, He never liked this meditation, all this stuff. And somehow, fortunately, he was not in the station. He's not in the city. He's out of station for last 10 days. Even then, if you are coming here, you come up with a thought. If he is here, I have to ask permission. So he will say no. Anyhow, you come here. You have not asked him. He has not showed any even body language or verbal language. Nothing has happened. But when you are sitting here, your energy will be totally different. The memory, just the memory, if I ask him how he will react, is more than enough to put you into low mood, to influence you. Am I right? The very thought is enough to change the whole energy. So understand, it is so practical. Others can influence your mind without even expressing their thoughts, without even expressing their body language, even if you don't see them, even if you have not seen them, even if you have not asked them about something, just their thought thinking trend, just their thought structure, when you know about it, that is more than enough to influence your thought and thinking system. How do we control it so as to prevent anger or depression? How do we control it? Again, same answer. Only meditation. Analyze all the 7 layers of your so-called individual consciousness. You are nothing more than onion. Please be very clear. We are nothing more than an onion. If you peel the onion layer by layer, what is there inside? Empty. Just like that, you are an onion. Onion thinks it has got something solid. Only when you peel all the 7 layers, you understand there is nothing inside. Same way you think you are an individual consciousness. If we peel all your 7 layers, you will experience you are a cosmic consciousness, collective consciousness. That's a one and only way to prevent anger or depression, which sneaks inside your system from others, through others and by others. Thank you. I welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your 3 eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham
Yes, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. However, Swamiji revealed how we do not exist as individual islands. We are all part of the big ocean. We are all existing as part of the collective consciousness. That is why it is so important that we peel away all the layers one by one and do the completion. Look inside and work on the patterns, that we see whom we surround ourselves with. Swamiji always says our vibe attracts our tribe. So we need to make sure that we build a powerful ecosystem that supports us, that holds the space for us to manifest the ultimate. And you have come to the right place to manifest your ultimate reality. Paramashivoham We're going to have so many more powerful sessions to build that powerful inner space, to build the right powerful cognitions and the reality as we want to experience it.
Yes. With that, we come to the end of today's sessions. Tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock New York time, we'll be back with Nithya Yoga sessions. Now, for the next day sessions, do not miss yoga. Yoga is a very much an integral part of the entire program, and it energizes you and revitalizes you for the entire day. And it creates the right ambience within your body to sustain and imbibe all the powerful cognitions and initiations you will receive throughout the day.
Yes, we also want to thank all the new participants who joined us today. And we want to invite you to join us tomorrow from the very beginning. If you have any questions about any of the aspects of this program, we request you to leave your questions either here in the Zoom chat or with the Chinese translation team. Also, thanks to the Chinese translation team for the dedicated work. And yes, we would love to see you all again tomorrow for another powerful day of Paramashivoham.
Yes, and thank you all so much. With deep gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, for creating this space for us to imbibe all the powerful cognitions and manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. Let us now sit in gratitude as we chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam.
Yes, Nithyanandam, all of you.